game. The so if it looks pieced together, it's not recording, but I'm not restarting, so I'm just gonna hopefully be able to piece it together. Or hopefully it looks clean. In the game, it was the Ravens, or not the Rams versus the Niners, and Jawan Jennings caught 2 straight touchdowns in a row in the first quarter to put them up 14-0 at the end of the one quarter. But then the Kyron Williams caught a touchdown of his own, and they got a fumble, but still they couldn't get anything. And Jawan Jennings scored again to make his third touchdown and make it 21-7. Then Kyron Williams ran in a touchdown, and all that Jawan Jennings made another big catch for a field goal. They couldn't score a touchdown, which led to their demise when the Rams got a field goal to make a 7-point game. And Jake Moody missed the game time field goal. Tutu Atwell caught a big pass. They scored the touchdown, and then they got the ball back and kicked the game-winning field goal with 5 seconds left. Then in the shocker of the season, the Carolina Panthers with the new QB upset the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders scored 3 touchdowns, made it a little close, but it wasn't really a close game. There's no need to look at it. Same with this next one. I mean, the Dolphins, they played without Tua. They played without Skylar Thompson. They played with Tim Boyle for most of this game, and they lost 24-3 to the Seahawks. Not really an interesting game. Here's one. The Giants can play football, it looks like, because they won their first game. They played the Browns, and they actually won. The Browns actually had a really funny moment where they got an interception that was called back, but they had a whole synchronized dance, and then and the Giants scored a touchdown. They did start off nice with the Amari Cooper touchdown, but then Devin Singletary tied it up. They took the lead by Malik Neighbors' touchdown. They got a fumble. Malik Neighbors scored another touchdown, and although they scored a touchdown and the 2-point conversion, they were not able to come back and win. Speaking of first wins, though, Anthony Richardson got his first win of the season over the Bears with a missed field goal, then an interception by the Colts, both in their favor. But then Jonathan Taylor ran 30 yards in for the touchdown. An interception thrown by Anthony Richardson led to a field goal, but then they got an interception in their own back that led to a touchdown by Trey. Sorry if it sounded weird there. By Trey Sermon, and then Roma Dunze scored a touchdown. And then also and Jonathan Taylor responded with the touchdown, and so did Cole Kmet. But there was at the end of the day, it's 21-16 in favor of the Colts. Then the Vikings absolutely blew out C.J. Stroud in Texas. This surprised me. It really did. Actually, C.J. Stroud got pulled from the game early, and if Davis Mills played, I mean, I wasn't expecting. I was kind of expecting a really good game, a close game here, but it was just an absolute blowout for the Vikings. And here's one I know I got wrong. Calvin Austin actually scored a touchdown in this game, and that tells you all you need to know about how the Steelers somehow beat the Chargers and keep their run going of just miracle games. It makes no sense, but they continue to do it, and they just continue to win. It's crazy. But here's one I got right, and I will take full responsibility for. I told you the Broncos would go out there and dominate the Buccaneers. I told you the Buccaneers were frauds, and they did exactly that. They had a great game. Bo Nix had a great game. Everyone had a great game on their team. And while Chris Godwin's still good for the Broncos, no one really showed through for them. And the Packers dominated the Titans, no surprise there. 20-point game. And on primetime, the Chiefs got bailed out by a pass interference call that should not have been called to win them their game, which obviously happens because it's the Chiefs. So the Chiefs actually won 22-17, and yeah, it was an incomplete pass, but they called pass interference, which led to the game winner field goal, or the game winning. Yeah, I think it was a field goal to put the game away. And then on Monday night, the Commanders upset the Bengals 38-33. The Bengals are really good, actually. They scored 33 points. But they fall to 0-3. This is a terrible start. They're not going to be able to get up there and win. Jaden Daniels actually made history. He was like the first rookie to ever throw with a 90% completion percentage or something like that. He was 21 of 23, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was an amazing game for him and for his team, and they should be really proud of what they have. Obviously, I'm an Eagles fan, but they're 2-1, so are we. Can't talk bad about that, but the Bengals are 0-3. And the Bills, maybe a surprise team. I knew they were good, but without Stephon Diggs, they looked to be on the decline. But they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 47-10. Yeah, it was an absolutely crazy game. a blowout at that, and pretty sad actually for them. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, they won what they won. Pretty sad for the Jaguars though. It's actually really sad because T-Law really looked good last year, and now it's like he starts to decline at the end, and now it's just getting worse for the Jaguars. I have to feel bad because they thought they found their future and all, but it turns out that T-Law might be a bust. Because it's not like Caleb Williams where he's played 2 games. It's like he's played 3 years. You should have it down by now. And if you don't, you're a bust. And it sucks to hear. Also, one last thing before I go. Sorry for short form content this week. I know I made a lot of long videos and then suddenly they shrunk. But I was just this is like really late at night and my phone was low and I was trying to get through all of them before my phone ended up dying because I still wanted to get this out there. Um, expect more content for the week 4 predictions and as we roll into the MLB playoffs, which start next week, October. The Phillies obviously they don't play the wild card because I haven't addressed it on the channel yet, but the Phillies are the NL East Division champions. They beat the I'll get it out. The Cubs. They beat them 2-1 in the series to win the NL East, and not only did they win the NL East, they clinched it by with a Brewers loss against the Pirates. Um, so the Phillies will not be playing the wild card, and they will be waiting, most likely at the 2 seed, potentially at the 1 seed, to see who they play in round 2, the divisional round, which obviously means they only have to win 3 rounds instead of 4 to win the coveted trophy. The coveted, I don't know what it's called. I know it's the World Series trophy. I don't know what the pennant. Yeah, I don't know because the trophies have names like the Larry O'Brien, the Lombardi. I don't know who it's named after, but that's whatever. So hopefully they win to get some mojo back in the city before or as the NBA season kickstarts next month. I cannot wait, and you'll get more content as that rolls along. Goodbye.